Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, welcome into the patio here as we are going to start our Monday Night Football party with a Victory Monday as the Buccaneers come out with a 2017 win over the Minnesota Vikings. Shocking some, but not us.
Yes, not us. Not on this show.
A lot of people didn't see it coming, but as
No.
we told you last week, and we gave you the bet as well.
Yes.
Take the Bucs and get 5. It went down to 4 by game time. How about that move?
It did.
Went
Yeah.
down to 4 at game time. Take the Bucs, the points. I even told all the people at the Eyeball on Saturday night. We had a great crowd out there. We gave away a couple of lightning experiences, like $4,000 or $5,000 for the Lions Eye Bank. Yeah,
Wow.
I told the entire crowd. Darcy Glazer was there and
Nice.
it gave a $20,000 gift to the Lions Eye Bank and was honored as their Hero of the Year for all the work she does with the Bucs do with the Glazers vision that they get so many glasses for kids. It's a great program. She was there, and I told the entire crowd, whatever you paid for your ticket, whatever your sponsorship is, lay it on the Bucs. Take the 5-6 points, whatever you can get, double your money, and then everybody will be happy.
You were right.
So hopefully they all made money.
I gotta fire the air horn because I know you don't necessarily like this, but I gotta fire. Good for you, man. Good for you. Great job. You
So
made
everybody at the
money.
bar here at the patio now knows, like, what the hell just happened? Like,
Right.
something just happened.
Right.
Just made money. That's what we happen when somebody gets a big tip or we make money. We make money.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're here at the patio. We're going to be here every Monday, maybe a few Fridays, depending on how this goes. And we'll be here. We're presented by White Claw and the Jeeves Law Group. $4 White Claw seltzers. I'm not drinking mine just yet.
No.
$4 White Claw vodka, which I'll be partaking of that for sure. Not a real seltzer guy.
No,
Not a real seltzer guy, no.
I'm.
I don't even think that's a thing, a seltzer guy.
I'm not a seltzer guy at all. I'm just a
Seltzer.
soda guy. You were trying to get me to get a
But
beer
I've
before.
had those White Claw seltzer. They're
they're
fantastic.
okay.
The
Yeah,
White
they're
Claw
all right.
vodka is really good.
Yeah,
Is really, really good.
yeah,
Yeah, that's smooth stuff.
yes.
So come on down, get your $4 White Claw vodkas, get your $4 White Claw seltzers, ladies, and have a good time. Monday Night Football, we got Jets in Buffalo tonight. This is the hangout for the Bills Mafia, by the way. This is where the Bills Mafia hangs out. So there'll probably be some tables broken. Someone's going to bang a chair over my head at some point, I think.
they're big time wrestling fans.
Just love that, don't you?
I do.
You
I
just
do.
got to get that in.
I got to get that in
I know
every
you
time
gotta
I can
get
get
that
it in.
in.
Yes.
So, yeah, come on down and join us. The front bar is starting to fill up here. This whole bar is going to be, the upper bar here is going to be crazy. If you've never been to the patio, such a fun place. It's outside, and we got tons of fans, and they got these AC things, so it's nice and cool. Lots of shade. You got palm trees everywhere. Really cool decks, and it's not one of these stuffy sports bars that's going to hit you for $9 for an IPA. We got, like I said, we got $4 vodka, White Claw vodkas, $4 seltzers. They also have $1 off all beer and wines for happy hour.
Right.
So always have great happy hour specials going. Cool, down to earth, fun sports bar, and they're not going to charge you $50 for a burger either.
Love it.
So come on down. All right. We'll be here each and every Monday and maybe some Fridays. This
Yes.
will be fun. But
I think there's Sundays. I think there's a potential of Sundays here for Bucs game days. Just saying, on away games,
so you just want to set up a cot here?
Why not?
Sleep here for the week?
let's do it.
All right.
We can do it. You know I can do it. You didn't think I could pull all this off. I pull it all
A hell
off.
of a job.
Thank you.
Looks good. Really looks good.
Thank you.
And we're going to have a fan mic,
Yes.
so you can come up here and join the show, talk some shiz, whatever you want to do.
Yep.
We'll put it right out, on this gigantic broadcast we got going, and fans can enjoy it. All right, so let's get into it. What a win for the Buccaneers yesterday, 20-17. As you know, we've been talking about this all offseason. I think this is a team that's going to compete for the division champion. By the way, NFC South 3-1 yesterday.
Wow.
No, 3-1. Only one divisional game. The Falcons took care of the Panthers, as we gave you that one as well. Bijan Robinson scored a touchdown that was legit.
Impressive.
That was legit.
I mean, not only can the kid run with patience and also not fumble the ball, but also catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, it's a great move. Made 3 guys miss on his way into the end zone. Not too shabby.
Yeah, not too shabby at all.
And, of course, the Bucs with the biggest win. And, you know, I said this on the morning show today because we're doing 2 shows today. This was all about the team. This was a team win, and it was not about Tom. And we've been telling you about this since March.
Right.
There's an undercurrent on this team that has put a chip on their shoulder. They love Tom Brady. Everybody, the GOAT came here. He chose Tampa Bay. Those 2 years were dream years for everybody, the fans, the teammates, everything. Last year was not. Last year was a shit show.
I got to get that.
It was not good.
Yes.
And this team wants to prove that it was not about Tom, not all about Tom, that this is all about the team. That was as good a team win as you're going to see. No, minimize the mistakes, no turnovers, +3 on turnovers, got some key turnovers, run the football, 33 carries for 72 yards, a whopping 2.2 yards per carry.
Yes.
But they ate the clock. They held the ball for 20 minutes in the second half. And when you have the ball for 20 minutes, guess what's not happening? Justin Jefferson's not going down the field catching balls at will. Kirk Cousins is not, getting chunk plays. And that's a winning formula. You can sit there and say, well, they sucked at running it. Why didn't they just throw it more? Because that doesn't win football games. Because as Vince Lombardi once said, 3 things can happen, and actually 4. And 2 of them are bad when you throw the football. So that, and it's 4. You can get a sack, which we saw, or a pressure, right? Pressure on the quarterback, that incompletion, an interception, or a completed pass. And they didn't have sacks yesterday. No sacks, just a couple holding penalties.
Yep.
They didn't have any sack fumbles. The Vikings did. That's winning football. And they knew they had to go up there to Minnesota and play in a hostile environment. No false starts for this offensive line, which was great. Look, the offense was not great. It was not great, but it made plays when they had to have it. Baker Mayfield made plays when they had to have it. And dare I say, out of the pocket, running the football on a 3rd and 2 to keep the ball out of the Vikings' hands late in the game. He puts his shoulder down and gets the first down. Tom Brady's not doing that.
No.
Tom Brady's not capable of doing
it. Not last year, not the last couple years.
No, wasn't willing.
And I think maybe that won over some Bucs fans. I mean, I don't know what you think, because social media was just ablaze at the first half. They were ready to take Baker Mayfield out, put Kyle Trask in for the second half, and let him go and start.
Stop.
Come on, just relax a little bit. Relax.
Well, we knew the offense was going to start slow. We
sure,
said that
because
all
you
year
talked
long.
about it in the preseason. They didn't get enough reps, and I think there's a lot of teams around the National Football League where this is going to be a thing. It's going to become a thing because teams are not going to play their first stringers as many times in preseason to give them the reps. That's why you have slow starts.
If this team lost this game, I would be pointing towards that as the main culprit, because this is not a bad offense. This is just an offense that hasn't played together. And when you have a new offensive line, a new quarterback, and a new offensive coordinator, why the hell you would have them play together for 2 series? And that wasn't even with Mike Evans.
Right.
So honestly, the starting offense didn't even play together during the preseason. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I understand you want to get through it healthy, but you're also putting yourself behind the 8 ball in week 1 and maybe week 2 as well, when you don't get a chance to work together. This offensive line didn't get a chance to work together at all. And I thought they played okay. They gave up some pressures, as I mentioned, a couple holding, but no false starts that really debilitated the offense. That can happen in a place like Minnesota where you've got, with the Skol chant going, my God. It's not
jeez.
they're blowing crowd noise through the speakers.
Yep.
It's crazy, but they didn't false start. And that's a huge part of winning this game. They didn't have a whole lot of killer penalties. That was as good a team performance as I've seen in terms of winning a game that you could have won without a whole lot of offense. And we saw a killer drive in the second half. They come out, you score right before the half, so you get the double dip. And you come out and go on a 16-play, 9-minute drive and stick it in the end zone with a nice sidearm throw from Baker Mayfield. How about that?
To who? Trey Palmer.
Yeah. Chris Isian, rookie.
Yeah. No points before halftime. What a huge play.
Game-changing interception.
Because you know that if they start to score, they get that momentum. Even if they score 13 points, 3 points there, They feel like they have the momentum in the second half, so you feel good about the situation. As poorly as you played on offense with Baker going 3 for 12 and having only 30 yards of offense, you're still tied at halftime, and Etienne is a reason for that.
Yeah, I thought the defense played an excellent game against what is a very good quarterback in Kirk Cousins. You can say what you want about him and his Bugle Boys and all the stuff his wife picks out his minivan. But
you like that, don't you?
Yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah,
he's a baller.
He is.
And they won 13 games last year with Kirk Cousins. He's put up 4,000-yard seasons at will. I mean, the guy can play.
He can.
And with Justin Jefferson, it's a lethal combination. Now, they didn't have – I think they were missing Dalvin Cook. Alexander Madison is no Dalvin Cook.
No.
But let's give the Bucs defense a lot of credit for stopping the run. They have 32 yards rushing.
Yes.
Even though you get 332 yards passing through the air, those are – I don't want to say they're empty yards, but when you get turnovers, they become empty yards. The Bucs were outgained, but you also had 3 turnovers, an interception, and a sack fumble. Those are 2 bad things that can happen when you call lots of passing plays and you're not running the football. So even though and the Bucs made offensive plays when they had to, 3rd and 10, end of the game. Baker comes up with a laser to Chris Godwin, who makes a phenomenal catch.
There's only one person that's making that catch at the end of the day. It's going to be Godwin. And Godwin makes it. Perfect throw. You're exactly right. And, it shows confidence, not only to make that throw, but also you go for the 4th down. And I was asking Bucs fans about this, how ballsy or how much of a message do you send to your team the rest of the year when you go for 4th down on your own 32 with 8 minutes to go? Because usually
that was a hell of a decision.
Yes.
That was major onions.
Somebody's trying to call your phone. Awesome.
Did you give out the phone numbers?
You know what? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. In case you can't get through, there's another number for you that I pay for every month, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the JP Peterson Show live here from the patio. I love it. I love these remote things. I love it.
Well, we should get a good crowd. It's early. We're normally going to do these 5 to 7 when the happy hour crowd really pumps in and the upper bar gets going here. We already got some folks at the lower bar. But 5 to 7, we'll probably have a bigger crowd on Monday nights and might do a little Friday nights as well.
You want to go out to let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the JP Peterson Show.
What's up, Eric?
What's up, man? What's up, you guys?
What's going on? What did you think of the Bucs yesterday?
Great. I'm still happy about Victory Monday.
Okay, so you're happy about Victory Monday. Let me ask you, because I'm going to ask, this is the fan question of the day. Did you like the decision by Todd Bowles to go for it on 4th down at his own 32-yard line? Did you like that? Whether they get it or not, did you still like the decision?
Yes, it was, because that can determine the game.
Okay. What else did you see from the game yesterday, Eric?
This Bucs defense is real.
Yep.
This is the 2020 defense. 2020, 2 years ago. This is the defense.
You ready to say that yet? 2020 defense? Is this the 2020? I mean, one game, there's not a lot. But, again, this Bucs defense took a step back last year. Devin White, 12 tackles.
Played great.
All over the
MVP?
place. Well, we'll see.
Is this Devin White? It looks like he's about to be a Pro Bowl this year, man.
He's definitely got a lot to earn here. Eric, appreciate
Thanks,
the call
Eric.
as always.
Appreciate
yes,
it,
sir.
buddy.
Great call. So, and if anybody has to earn a contract, it's Mr. White, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all over the place yesterday, especially in the screen game. Todd Bowles talked about that. So, good game for him.
I thought Devin played really well. I thought he was focused. I thought he brought great energy. He got the guys hyped up before the game.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. I thought he played a tremendous game. I thought Levante David was great as well. 8 tackles for him. Antoine Winfield played a phenomenal game.
I told you he was going to have a game.
Yep.
Because he's from the University of Minnesota. His dad played with the Minnesota Vikings, so I could definitely see him having a big game. And they kind of used him like Rondé Barber, didn't they, in the slot with blitzing and everything like that?
Well, he's got Rondé type of versatility. He can cover some of the best receivers. He'll certainly support in the run game. He's willing and able to do that. Great tackler, excellent blitzer, as we saw. I mean, not only did he get the sack, but he was, and this, I don't understand why more guys don't do this when they're coming from the front side. strip that ball, man. Strip that ball.
Yeah.
And he did a phenomenal job of getting the ball out. Great suddenness, too, to his rush. I mean, he flashes, and he was right on top of Kirk Cousins. So, yeah, Winfield had a great game. As Gary Stretch said, in what, 2 series, Kancey had a pressure on a third down.
Kidney shot, right? And that is a tone setter, believe it or not. That is a tone setter. That tells Kirk Cousins, we're here. We're here as a defensive line rotation. Of course, unfortunately, he goes out in the game. So, hopefully it's not a lingering thing. But, that's what you were concerned about with Kancey. But we all knew. You heard all the reports out of camp. Maybe not training camp, but before that he was showing flashes, and he showed that yesterday. So,
yeah, this defense, can it be 2020 good? Well, listen, they got a lot of the core players.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I thought this team could go up to Minnesota and win. That's the reason I think this team is a divisional contender, because they've got Vita Vea, right?
Yeah.
You've got Kalijah Kancey, who, he's not an Ndamukong Suh, but he adds a totally different element of quickness, and we saw that just in limited play. JTS looked like he was more involved. Who was it I saw setting the edge a couple of times? Really, Anthony Nelson,
yep.
I thought was in the mix.
Shaq Barrett really was there. Shaq Barrett, you saw? Yes.
That's we talk about Shaq Barrett as a pass rusher. Obviously, the 19.5 sacks, he can bring it, but he looked healthy, and he was helping set the edge and screwing up that run game. I saw that number 7 everywhere. So look at all these guys that you got from that 2020 defense. Who's to say that defense that shut down Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, held him to 0 touchdowns, can't lead this team to a division title while the offense, finds it?
We all know it's a DLG quarter. Like, let's say Baker Mayfield is a don't lose the game quarterback. You don't turn over the ball. You win the turnover battle. You play great defense. You cause those turnovers, which is what Carlton Davis was talking about just a couple months ago. And he made a play. He made a great play also on third down. That's the reason why he's getting paid the big money. And you're also right. Logan Hall. There's another one.
Logan Hall showed up.
Showed up.
How about that?
That was nice.
So, yeah, this is, it's not rocket science. I mean, this is a roster. And listen, I know it's a video game, but the reason Madden 24 has the Bucs doing very well, and by the way, they've been last 3 Super Bowl matchups they predicted. But the reason is because they grade your roster. And these players are given grades, and there's a lot of defensive players on this team that have pretty damn good grades. That leads to good defense. And
yes.
Todd Bowles, by the way, for all his faults that we've talked about as a head coach, he's a damn good defensive coordinator. He knows how to pressure teams. And I want to say this, I kind of did my mea culpa for Bowles last week.
Okay.
Todd Bowles had a hell of a day. And I know people want to criticize that 4th down call. Why? You got a half a yard to get. You got a good offense over there in Minnesota. If you can't get a half a yard, that's a message sender right there to your team. I believe in you, and you should be able to get it.
Yep.
Go get it. And they got the half yard, and then I believe they went down and got points out of that as well.
They did. They got 3. What was it? 3 points in that game.
So that
57-yard field goal. Yes.
Going for the 57-yard field goal. A lot of people thought he should punt right there. I thought it was a good call. You have a field goal kicker. It's the reason he's on this team. He's the highest percentage in the NFL from 50 plus.
9 for 12. That's the reason why you make the upgrade.
He's over 80%.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you got an 82% chance to make what could be a game-winning field goal? Yes. It's a great call by Todd Bowles. The wussy thing would have been, I think what he would have done last year is punted the football.
Yes.
But he understands that this league is offensive-minded. You give the ball back to the Vikings, even though your defense has played really, really well, they got 4 downs. 4 downs. It's not like the regular run and flow of the game, folks. This is why 2-minute drives are easier, because you have 4 downs to get that first down, because you're in desperation mode. So Bowles coached aggressively like that, and like he did not do last year. So let's give him high marks. We had the 4th down call, the go for it on the field goal call. His defense kept them off balance. I thought they played a little bit too much zone, but hey, when you hold the Vikings to 17 points at their place, that's a hell of a job.
How about the second half adjustments? I had Paul Stewart on a buckpower.com, and he noticed that, and that's one of the critical things that a lot of fans say, not only clock management, but also being too conservative and not making the necessary adjustments when you need to in the second half. That's exactly what Todd Bowles and that coaching staff did yesterday, and they deserve all the credit in the world at the end of the day. They do.
So, this is, to me, one of those wins that can define your culture.
Yeah.
I don't want to make too much out of it, but, every season has a different culture. Every team has a different personality, right? This team went on the road as one of the biggest underdogs of the week, and they won a football game. By the way, road teams yesterday, 10-5.
Wow.
10-5 in the league. They went on the road, and they showed what I think the theme is about this year. It's all about team. And you heard Todd Bowles say this, team win. Team win. It's all about team and not about Tom. By the way, Tom Brady in New England didn't quite get it done yesterday.
No.
He rang the bell.
Hold on.
It was Brady Day. Yeah, the Eagles didn't play great football. Jalen Hurts didn't play at all in preseason. He looked like it. Looked like it. I don't know what these coaches are doing, man. So many. I mean, like we said, take the under. Take the under.
That's it. Take the under in these games,
the
unless, of
Dolphins.
course, it's the disaster that was known last night. Which, once again,
Oh my
I
God.
told you, the Giants 40-0. How about those Cowboys?
Yeah, I did pretty well this week on my picks.
Oh, you did?
I got that one wrong. I had the Giants. I thought they would. I thought the Giants at home. A lot of fanfare for this team. This is going to be the year. Daniel Jones. The $40 million man. What a disaster. Look, the Giants aren't that bad. They're not that bad. They're not 40-0 bad. Cowboys aren't that good. They're not 40-0 good. You get a defensive touchdown. You get a block kick for a touchdown. I mean, the Giants go right down and drive it inside the 10-yard line. They get a bad snap in the rain. The guy freaking misses the kick. I mean,
typical from last year.
You not only does he miss it, but you get a kick blocked, and it's returned for a touchdown. So it went south early for them. I wouldn't say the Cowboys are that great or the Giants are that bad. It's week one, so.
Well, I'm not a big Daniel Jones fan, and I feel like, you pay him all that money, he should perform, but his offensive line didn't give him a chance last night. And then on top of it, Saquon Barkley also trying to get a big-time contract. He didn't play that well. So
yeah, he coughed it up. And
those are your prime-time players. I mean, if you want to be a playoff team like you were last year, and that's the thing, people say, well, Giants, they're going to take that next step. Not necessarily. You always do that. That doesn't always happen. It always translate to that the next year.
Yeah, so, look, I think this Buccaneers team, I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl, but you never know. You never know in this freaking league. Nobody had the Eagles in the Super Bowl last year. Nobody had the Bengals in it the year before. So, look, anything can happen in this league. Stay healthy. The offense is going to get better, but it's going to be a damn competitive team with this defense, and I think Baker's going to get a lot better. He made plays yesterday to win the game, and that's all you can ask of him.
Yep.
I thought that second half drive, 16 plays, 75 yards, right out of the go, the side armor to Trey Palmer, fantastic. So that's a hell of a win.
That's a hell of a win, and you feel good about it because, again, you didn't necessarily play your best football the first half, but like we always say, right, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and they finished strong. So
a couple other notes from our commenters here. You guys can go on YouTube or on Facebook and comment, Twitter, wherever you want to do it. You know how to get us.
Yes. Interaction. We like the interaction here.
Pass interference BS call. Yes. Yeah. That was absolutely awful.
Christian Itzian. I mean,
was a terrible call.
It's a weak
and
sauce.
And that gave him 3. They get 3 or 7 out of that.
Oh, they got 7. They tied up the game.
Yeah,
17 all. Yeah.
You say they might get 3 there, so it's at least a 4-point penalty. Turns out to be a 7-point penalty. Absolutely awful call.
Yep.
Awful call there. And then there was one for Mike down the sideline.
Looked like he got tangled up, incidental
mugged.
contact, but he can never get a call. It seems like every year we're talking about Mike Evans. And, oh, by the way, Mike Evans, the spark. And you had fans screaming yesterday, and I know how you feel about it, JP, about paying him. But when he's the most consistent guy on your team, and you know that when you go to him, did you see that route, 28 yards? Just perfect. Catches
the deep ball he dropped?
I did see that. Yes,
I
did.
See the slant that he dropped?
Should have had 2 touchdowns in the game. Yes. He still got it, though. Still got it.
Dude, you drop 2 like that, and you want to – listen, I love Mike. But listen, guys, you can't just say pay the man.
Right.
How much are you going to pay him? If he wants 4 years at 25, 30 million, you want to be paying a 34-year-old, 35-year-old receiver that much money? No, you can't do it.
Well, Cooper Kupp
can't do
update. He hasn't played a game yet
Thank you.
ever since he signed that contract.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, look, he dropped 2 balls.
Yeah.
And you still, we got to pay him. You know, Mike drops some key, and this is a game where he's in his year that he's supposed to. I don't want to dog the guy.
Right.
He's the best. But, you know, you're Bucs fans. You root for the team. You don't root for Mike Evans personally, right? Mike's made a lot of money. Mike's made a ton of money. And I don't know what his agent is trying to hold out for. I don't know what those numbers are. They haven't made them public. But I just don't. If he wants 4 years guaranteed at $25 million, that's what you guys are okay with that? I mean, that could be 2 seasons worth of 0 productions with it. Look at what's happening with Cooper Kupp. Older receivers, 31, 32, 33 years old, they don't get faster. They don't get better.
No.
Normally Jerry Rice played for 20 years. He's an anomaly.
But he also played for the Raiders. He moved on because they had T.O., and then T.O. moved on to another team. So, like you said, is it a possibility? You don't want to see it because I think you put him right up there with Levante David. I think you put him right up there with Rondé Barber. And Bucs fans before have seen other players go to other teams, like a John Lynch, like a Warren Sapp. That is the nightmare right now that Mike Evans goes to a team like Kansas City. Couldn't Kansas City use him? Kansas City gets him, and they win a Super Bowl, and people go, well, you should have paid him, and you want to. That's neither here nor there, but Bucs fans don't want to see that. I get it. I understand it, but you're exactly right. It is all about the business at the end of the day. It is. It's a business league.
It's also a salary cap league.
Sure.
You know, I personally want to give all the Glazers money to Mike Evans because he's a great guy? Yeah, I'd love to. But that means you can't pay Devin White. That means you can't pay Tristan Wirfs. It means you can't pay somebody else if you're giving
Antoine Winfield Jr.
I mean,
yeah,
I know you love those guys too, right?
Sure.
So listen, the deal's got to be right for the team and for the player. And like Mike said, listen, we feel one way that we should be getting paid this. The team feels another way. That's great. We're not going to talk about it anymore. We're going to go play football. And he didn't play great yesterday. He didn't play great.
I think he had his moments. I think he was a spark before that halftime, but you're exactly right. He did have a couple drops. We know that that's Mike Evans. We also know that when you need a big catch from Mike Evans, he's going to come through for you. Let's go out to Gary here. Big drops, and he might be worth half of what he wants next year. Julio, Kupp, and Hopkins all came apart at Mike's age. I mean, it's a good point by Gary.
This is the history tells you in the NFL. If you're a general manager, you got to pay attention to these things. Younger, faster. There's guys like Mike coming out, I want to say all the time. He's a Hall of Famer. But you can find great receivers in the draft, and they're a hell of a lot cheaper than Mike. That's just the business of the game. If you're yelling and screaming about paying Mike, say, yeah, we need to pay him. Everybody wants to keep him. I'll overpay him a little bit, but I don't want to stupid pay him.
No, of course not.
That's not good for the team.
But to me, I think the cap can definitely be. It's flexible. You know how to work some contracts because when
every team can do that, Peter. Every team knows we have good cap people, but it's not like we have a secret and the Saints have a secret and somebody else. You eventually have to pay the piper, which is what we're doing this year and next year, by the way, as well.
But I will
say, you're extending Mike, you're just deepening that. You got to be smarter at this particular point to get back to the Super Bowl. You just can't be giving out bloated contracts to veteran players. It's a recipe for disaster.
But you can also do voidable years. You're correct. In the future, it does hurt you, but also the cap is going up every year. So I'm not about to sit here and say, the Bucs don't have the money or other teams don't have the money because we know that that's been proven incorrect because how many years did you see the Bucs go all in and now they're paying for it? How many years have the Saints, done what they needed to do and they're supposedly in cap hell? So I think everything is just right. Timing
is everything.
Right.
And here's another part of that paying Mike. We don't know what we're going to have to pay the quarterback next year.
Yeah.
If Baker Mayfield has a breakout season and throws for 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns, which after yesterday you would say no, but it's only week 1 and they haven't played the preseason, so calm down with that.
Sure.
If he has a big season and you want to pay him, okay, then that's going to be money that's going to come out next year. If he has a bad season and the Bucs are drafting in the upper third and you want to go out and get a quarterback, okay, now you're on a rookie quarterback deal, right? and you can maybe pay Mike Evans a little bit more. So not only is it, you don't know what the future holds in terms of the biggest expense that you have if you're Jason Light. So and that's part of the reason why they're not doing this deal now. They need to know next year what they're paying the quarterback, and then they'll have a better idea what they can pay Mike. They can still extend Mike next year.
Sure,
they can still franchise.
I don't
Mike
think it's the
next year.
end of the world.
It's
Like a lot of
no.
Bucs fans say,
It's
he's
not like,
gone,
now
he's moving
gone.
on.
No.
You can always
No.
franchise him. I mean,
Right.
you can franchise him. You can get it done. I just say, have faith in Jason Light and this Tampa Bay Buccaneer organization, because they deserve your faith in what they've done the last 5 years and how to build this team and how to win a Super Bowl and how to go all in for Tom Brady. Would you do it again? Of course you do it all again. Of course you would.
Can we stop with the Glazers don't want to pay him? The Glazers, stop with that.
They've done it already. They've
my
shown
God.
that.
Not only that, I mean,
Oh my
have they not
gosh.
come out of pocket for the Tom Brady years? Are you kidding me?
Big time.
They paid Brady and every other toy that he wanted,
Yes.
plus the 75 people on the Bruce Arians coaching staff.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they have come. It's not part of the salary cap, but they still have to pay the money. The Glazers have done their part to bring Super Bowls here. Let's not get it twisted. This is not if they don't want to pay him. It's more of they don't want to pay him because it's not smart business right now.
But also,
it's
great business because if you go all in like they did with Tom Brady, they're going to make that much more money. They're not stupid. They
That's
want
good
that.
business.
Right. They want that home playoff game. They want those home playoff games, even though you maybe didn't do so well against the Rams and the Cowboys. You still got money paid on that.
Yes, you did. All right, let's take our first break. We'll come back here in 3 minutes. Thanks to our folks at the Patio and White Claw. We're presented by White Claw, $4 vodka White Claws, $4 seltzers, all during the show and through happy hour until 7:30. So come on down. We're at the Patio, 421 South McDill, just a few blocks south of Kennedy on McDill. Come on down. JP here for my good friends at Italiano Insurance, and they did it again. Once again, Italiano Insurance stepping up with the best customer service. I was in a bind. My old insurance company, my auto insurance, jacked up my rates, so I called Charity at Italiano Insurance, and she stayed till 9:30 at night until she got my insurance done. And guess what? She searched all these companies for me. I didn't do the work. She did. Saved me $1,000 on my annual premium. $1,000, folks. That's real money. And that's what you get at Italiano Insurance. Great customer service. And here's another note for you, by the way, with hurricane season up. 40% of people in Florida are underinsured. That means if you have something happen during a hurricane and you need replacement cost, you're going to get 40% less than you deserve. Can't let that happen. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance and get them to help you out in both those regards. They will save you money and keep you insured properly. That's 813-877-7799. Great folks in the community, been doing it for over 60 years. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799.
Are you experiencing those feelings of getting older, lower sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, or you just don't feel like you had the vitality you once had? It's a chronic problem here in the United States. You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. So do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Look, testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Folks, I've been on testosterone therapy for over 6 years, and it is a life changer. You will feel and look better than you did 10 years ago. Give them a call at 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. Tell them JP sent you for priority scheduling. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group, Jeeves. Call for a free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. We're local, we're trusted. The law firm brings over 80 years of combined legal experience focusing on clients in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida, and national class action cases. If you're injured, get that free case evaluation, no cost to you. The Jeeves Law Group's focus is on auto, truck, and motorcycle accidents, as well as class action and consumer protection law. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. You hear him on the show all the time. Great guy, big Gator fan, and great for the community. The Jeeves Law Group is a highly skilled team with years of experience that will apply their skills, expertise, and knowledge to assist individuals who have been in an accident with compensation for damages, lost wages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, and property damage. Get that free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES.
Coming back at you. Now, more with JP on Fan Stream Sports. It's only just begun.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here. We're live from the patio, this beautiful bar here. Some nice folks over there at the bar. Yeah,
hey guys, how you doing? Come on over if you want to. I'm telling them seriously, come on over. It's a sports talk show.
We'll give you Pete's mic.
There you go.
Say whatever you want.
Exactly.
And you guys can call in. We got the numbers down there below. Or
should I give them out again? Because I know you like when I give them out.
Human number machine over here. Yeah.
727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528 on the JP Peterson Show.
See, your fans are right here.
See, I see them right there.
Right off camera.
There you go.
You guys can come right behind and say hello to your family and friends. Yeah.
Yep. We'll have a mic, and they can come on the mic if they want to.
We could put a mic right here.
Well, we could do that, or you could just, Yeah, go ahead.
Are you a Bills fan?
Are you a Bills fan?
No.
How come?
I'm a Broncos girl.
Okay, so I got to ask you, because a lot of expectations yesterday, and once again, they lose to the Raiders. Now, what's going on there? You still have confidence in Russell Wilson, let's ride, and, of course, Sean Payton.
Hell no.
Why is that?
Oh, that was a hell no. That wasn't even a no.
Right.
That was a hell no.
Right. It's just
one game
in.
One game in, you're out.
He's been a major letdown since we got him.
What about you? You're a fan of who?
Broncos.
Do you have more faith than, I'm assuming, your wife here?
No, we just met.
We just met.
First date.
Well, see, there you
Dinner
go.
date.
Now, here, listen. I'm kind of psychic here. I think these two. Well, there you go. See,
Oh, second date.
second date, right?
Fourth date. Wow.
Well,
That's a hell of a
you
weekend.
can't do any better than the
That's a hell of-
JP Peterson
I mean,
show at the patio, right?
The Broncos lost, but that's a hell of a weekend. Met on Friday. We're 4 dates in on Monday. All right. Let's go.
So 4 dates. I guess it's going well, huh? So you have confidence in the Broncos more than she does, or no?
I do not have confidence in Broncos, but I love them anyway. You got to.
We're loyal.
You got to.
Listen, Sean Payton's a hell of a coach.
Absolutely.
Russell Wilson can still play. They'll be fine. I don't know if they're going to the playoffs. Tough division. They'll be
they're not
fine.
gonna
They'll be better.
They're not going to the playoffs, but it's good to watch.
Yeah.
They're good to watch. They're good to cheer for.
What do you guys like about the patio out here?
We just got here. So far, it's great. It's drinks are good. People are friendly. Bartenders are great. So, and you guys are here. So
There we go.
pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Don't forget the $4 White Claws. $4 White Claw vodka.
All right.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us here on the
Thanks for
JP
stopping. Our
Peterson
first
Show.
guests on the
Yeah.
patio. Thank you very
Making a love connection. I mean,
Thanks
that's
for
what.
the love
Listen,
connection.
pound it here. Here we go. Don't leave me hanging. There you go,
All right.
right there.
much. Look at that.
See the guy in the background
Met
there.
on
He's
Friday and they're
flexible.
4 dates in.
Yeah,
It's a hell of a weekend.
I'm telling you, 4 days in. Wow.
All right.
Man, last time I had 3 dates in a row, man, it didn't work out too well. Just saying.
Took you 4 months to get to 4 days. What happened? That was the problem. Yeah.
I worked too much to date.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's get to some of the great commenters here. Scott Bradford, how you doing, bud?
Yes, Bucs life right there. So good guy. Got Christopher Cole here.
They have till March of 2024 for Mike. That's true.
Yeah,
They can franchise him a couple times.
they can. They could also franchise Devin White. They could franchise Tristan Wirfs. I mean, you got to pay Tristan Wirfs
Yes.
top left
he's
tackle money.
And he's going to be the highest paid offensive lineman in football.
Yeah,
Don't forget that. And
absolutely.
we're happy to do it. Andrew Faubert says Bucs look good, but I think they got to add another running back to be playoff competitive. I haven't looked at the all 22. I'm going to do that tonight. I was underwhelmed with Rashad White.
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed. I got to go look and see. I remember just by watching the game, there were at least 2 or 3 times where I thought he had some cutback lanes that he missed. And, a running back is all about vision. It's all about vision. You've got to be able to see the field and see those cuts instinctively, the great ones anyway. They just see it. They feel it. They feel the flow of the game. He got some reps. It just didn't seem like he was breaking tackles or making things happen. It wasn't a whole lot of space. But you saw Sean Tucker, that was a play that was designed to go inside. He popped that thing outside and got their best run of the day. That's just vision. That's just feel. Maybe Sean Tucker will be that guy. But listen, I love the fact that they stuck with the run in a game like that when your offense is your best defense. Keep Justin Jefferson off the damn field. I just saw a graphic in the history in the first 4 years. I think he's now third in NFL history in 150-yard receiving games with 9 of them already.
Amazing.
He's gonna rewrite the freaking record book. So keep the damn guy off the field. Even though they weren't running for big pops,
yep,
they ran it effectively and held the ball for 20 minutes in the second half.
Agree, and I got to correct you. It's Andrew Fulbert. We call him the big board from all the way out of Canada. He's a big-time Bucs fan out of Canada. So Canada watching right now, the JP Peterson show, so great comment
the
there.
Socialist Republic of Canada? The communist state up there? Sorry, brother. Sorry about dictator Castro. Sorry, Trudeau.
Wow.
Trudeau. You ever hear that?
I've never heard that before.
Never heard that he's actually
he's a dictator.
That he's a bastard son of Fidel Castro.
I did not know that. Was that on YouTube? Allegedly. Okay.
Have you never seen the pictures of the two of them when they were young?
I have not.
Spitting image. And his mom was smitten with Fidel Castro.
Wow. Well, things that make you say, right?
Ask the bear about that.
Okay.
With Fulbert, is that his name?
Yes, Andrew Fulbert. We call him the big board.
Can we call him the bear?
Well, sure. You want to call him the bear? Yeah, we'll call you the bear.
I bet he'll chime in on that.
He'll probably will. You guys can call in if you want to or text. And as always, interaction here is appreciated. We love it here at the patio. So.
KC, my man, Gary, already said he does look like Fidel.
See?
Shaved the beard off?
You're making people think about things.
Shaved the beard off, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Side by side, spitting image.
Really quick, 9/11. Your thoughts on that? We kind of talk about that almost every year. Remember the lost lives. I mean,
there's going to be tonight's game too. There's going to be some very poignant moments. I think you saw last night's game that was just a debacle for Giants fans. But all the guys were wearing the FDNY. It's awesome. And firefighters headgear. That was cool.
Yeah,
we'll see a lot of that tonight. It's just I remember it like it was yesterday. It was such a traumatic experience. We all remember where we were. I think it does. I think it does take on a different meaning right now, and some of the things that we're going through right now.
I agree.
We're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but there's a lot of things that are happening in this country right now that are just. A lot of people are waking up. And it's the lives that were lost that day. Just. Incredibly tragic. How that could have happened in the United States the way that it did is it's crazy. It was a failure of a lot of different agencies and should never have happened. And we mourn the ones that we have lost, and we all should do well to remember them and not give away our freedoms so easily because they've been won by the ultimate sacrifice by a lot of the people on that day, about the firefighters who went in there, the police, the people that sacrificed themselves, those values that we grew up adhering to in this country, those heroes that showed their fortitude that particular day, their courage. Not a lot of that left. Self-sacrifice like that. So
yeah,
to me, that's what it means. And we'll lift our glasses to all those heroes on that day. I mean, the people that perished in the towers, it was horrific on every level. But the people that went into those burning buildings, that's the American spirit and the American values that I grew up honoring and praising, and certainly wanting to emulate in my life.
And I think society putting,
And we'll all fall short of that, what those men did those days.
Yeah.
But you want to honor them and honor those values. And I don't think those values are even not only not honored anymore, they're not celebrated as they should be. We celebrate some really stupid shit in this country.
we do.
And we've gotten away from valuing people like that and valuing people like us jamokes on YouTube. Like,
Right. Yeah, exactly. And but it shows the goodness in our society, how everybody could come together, even in a tragic situation. And I still think we have that type of society as people that can still come together. I think we can.
Do we?
I tend to be an optimist, maybe to a fault, but I do think we can. I do.
We're teetering. We need to bring it back.
I agree.
We need to bring that back, that spirit of just after that togetherness where, because, and so much of it is just media driven. The media wants to divide us at every freaking turn with false narratives here, false narratives there. No, I'm sorry. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Most of it's nonsense and BS. Don't buy into it. The division that that we see in this country right now is so much a product of the media. And we got to be better than that. We got to be smarter than that. Right now there's so many in the media that you should not trust. Us, trust.
Right.
100%.
Right. Trust us.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of those other people, no.
We just try to make a love connection. So
they've proven themselves unworthy.
Definitely trust us.
So that's my spiel on 9/11.
All right.
We can move back to sports.
Let's
now.
go to Rena here. So sad. We had our ceremony this morning at my fire department honoring the civilians and working personnel. Loved their win yesterday. I was at the Bucs Beach Bash yesterday.
Nice.
Everybody's gone wild. Scott Bradford, I know that you're going to love this. I know JP remembers. Chris Thomas was on point during his show when 9/11 happened. We'll never forget his show that day. If you ever get a chance to listen to that, that's how you handle it as a professional. That's how you handle it.
On point.
Yes.
Well, and that's because he is a professional.
Right.
And he had the historic knowledge of, first of all, being a tremendous historian himself. Chris and I used to sit in the office at Channel 8, and these are my favorite nights. And I would help produce the 11 o'clock show for him. And we would just sit in there, and there would be nights, when the Rays were there were some awful Rays teams. We would sit there, be watching the History Channel, and talking about World War II and the Romans and the Greeks, and all. We had some incredible conversations in between him farting. Incredible.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh God, I shouldn't have said that. We had some incredible conversations, and that's what happens when you have people that are on the air that have resumes, that have been there and done things in their lives, have been on television for a long time, have been through a lot of these situations, that are super smart people, that are educated, that have the worldly perspective that a man like that has. Not many people on the air like that anymore. There are not many people on the air.
It's not
like that. There are, and that's what happens when you have people like that on, and events like that happen. You can lean on their perspective and their sense of history, and that's what you get.
All right, good stuff there, man.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, definitely know what you're talking about here on the JP Peterson show. So. Scott says the Twin Tower.
A lot of people today.
Well, that's all right. We do that all the time here. 5 days a week, by the way, 10 to 12 if you want to be pissed off. And also, we'll be here on Mondays from 4 to 6. I think it's changing to 5 to 7 here eventually. So.
Yeah. So we're doing 4 to 6 today because we're going to have a huge crowd of Bills Mafia here tonight for Bills Jets.
Yeah.
And,
I want to see somebody go through a table.
Oh, you'll see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like wrestling fans. Those are my type of fans.
That pretty much happens at the patio anyway.
Oh, okay.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
So
don't try to put me through a table.
But when you have the Bills Mafia there's a higher proclivity that just might happen. So don't miss it.
Yeah.
Come on down here for the entertainment. All the screens will be on. Look, we got there's some Bills. There we go.
Oh, look at this, Bills fans.
Fans
don't be scared. Come on over here. Come on. Let's see how positive. Look, he's got the Zuba pants on.
Zuba pants.
Zuba.
Here, we got the fan mic right here.
Fan mic, yes.
Fan mic right here.
All right, let's see if they come up here.
Come on, guys. We'll get you on the show.
All right, you're on the JP Peterson show. What's your name?
My name's Athen.
All right,
Josh Allen is his name.
Josh Allen.
See the freaking jersey.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, Josh. What do you got in store tonight? I was just reading that you on Monday Night Football, you're averaging over 3 touchdowns a game in 5 games, and I don't think you've lost on Monday Night Football, Josh.
Well, I mean,
You're a
it
money
sounds
player.
pretty good. It sounds pretty good. Score prediction, though, give me 35-9.
What?
35-9 over Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't think he heard.
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is now the quarterback of the Jets.
No, I'm aware.
I know
We'll handle it tonight. Don't worry. We'll handle it.
All right,
You're awful confident.
I have to be, have to be. Going with confidence.
Now, do you come down to the patio often for the Bills games?
This will actually be the first time.
Yeah.
This will be the first time.
This is the place for Bills fans.
That's what I've heard. I got here early and everything. Had to make sure I had the stools,
So you'll be hammered by game time.
That's the idea.
I love this guy. $4 White Claws and White Claw vodka. If you're not a seltzer guy, you don't look like a seltzer guy, but you look like a vodka guy.
Labatt Blue all night long.
Labatt
All
Blue.
night
Oh,
long.
are you from Canada?
No.
No,
No,
just a Labatt guy.
Yes. Sir.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you. There you go. So that's what you get here at the patio live on the JP
Josh
Peterson
Allen
show.
live right
yes,
here. Who
Josh
knew?
Allen. Wow. He's got to play better tonight. He's got to avoid that Madden curse.
Got to get a quick flight.
You're right. Exactly.
I love it.
Oh, you got to love this.
Now, that should
This
be
is
fun
awesome.
tonight with A-Rod.
Yeah.
Much is expected.
Are you looking forward to that game? I'm kind of
Hell
looking
yeah,
forward
looking
to that
forward to
game
it.
to see if Aaron Rodgers can do what Matt Stafford and Tom Brady did before him. Because that's the plan. And the plan is that for that to go like that, not like Russell Wilson last year, which was a complete and total disaster, hot garbage.
Well, I mean, that was a coaching staff.
Yeah.
And is Russ on the back nine? Yeah, of course he is. But so is Tom Brady. So is Matthew Stafford.
Sure.
I still think Russ has got some juice left in him. And you just look at it's one game. Sean Payton will get that figured out. They damn near won the game. So
you were one of the guys that first broke the story about Tom Brady coming to Tampa. I'm going to give you credit on it, not just because I'm a co-host, but I remember that. And we talked about it at the time. The doubt was 24-9. He had 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. The same is being said about Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. Do you think he's lost something? Do you think he can do what Tom Brady did his first year with the Bucs?
One of the reasons I thought Tom would be good with the Bucs and I thought he would come to the Bucs is because it was such a great fit.
Sure.
And anybody who turned on a tape and looked at Tom Brady in that last year with the Patriots saw he had nothing. He had no weapons. The offensive line was not great. He needed a place where he had weapons and outstanding weapons. And he looked at the roster and saw, okay, that's a good defense. I've got weapons on offense. I can go get some more. I can get Gronk. I got a coaching staff in Bruce Arians that I believe in because when he talked to Ben Roethlisberger, when he talked to Peyton Manning, and they all said, Bruce is your guy. Now, evidently he didn't like Bruce that much to keep him around. Wink, wink.
Right.
But they won a Super Bowl together, in case you forgot, Tommy.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
Won 13 games the next year, Tommy, in case you forgot.
The Glazers signed off on that. They signed off on AB. They signed off on Leonard Fournette, and they signed off on Rob Gronkowski.
But if you turn on the tape, you saw the arm strength.
Yes.
It was still there.
Right.
And that to me was like, he's going to be good. He's going to be good. Now, the arm strength didn't leave last year, but a lot of other things did. He lost 15 pounds. It was, he's already doing his dalliance with the Miami Dolphins. So in my mind, he was already out of here. We, need to rehash all that.
And I think it's also the fact he didn't want to get hit.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
Right. And there's that. So
you can't be scared to be hit.
So now A-Rod.
Yes.
He hasn't. I don't think he's lost his fastball. I mean, his arm looks great to me. Physically, he looks better than he's looked in a long time. The haircut will do that. He looks like he's having a blast. He's embraced New York. They got a hell of a defense. They got weapons.
Maybe. I mean, they got the defense. They have enough
my
coaching.
Man Josh back here, 35 to 9.
35 to 9. He's not really.
If he wants to give me 24 points.
24 points you're taking?
26
26 points? Okay.
That FSU math gets me every time.
There you go.
I'll take it. I'll take 20 points.
Okay.
He seemed awful confident. Up there about 7 Labats. I bet I can get 20 points out of him.
Josh Allen kind of looks out of shape to me. I wasn't going to tell him.
The beard, too?
Yeah, the beard, yeah.
No, I think it'll be closer than that. No, I think I don't see how they're not good. I like the coach. I think Saleh's a really, really good coach. He's got his old OC.
Mm.
I mean, the only thing that could screw this up are the Jets, being the Jets.
Correct.
The organization's been hot garbage forever. And sometimes bad organizations have a way of tanking themselves. And, the Bucs weren't that way. Although, to listen to Colin Cowherd, you'd think they were. No, I think it's a bad organization that's made some good moves here. I don't see how they screw this up. I don't. I think they're going to be a very good football team.
Well, it's a tough division because you got Miami in it, of course. You talk about the Buffalo Bills. You know that New England and Bill Belichick, although I think they've seen their best days, even though he can defensive game plan with shutting down your biggest weapon. And he showed that yesterday. Whether the Eagles got enough first-team reps in the preseason or whether that's a Belichick defense, once again, getting the most out of his players, that's the reason why he's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah, the Eagles were unimpressive yesterday. And the fact that Jalen Hurts, I was listening to Shady McCoy today talk about that. He said, when he was playing, the first game, if he didn't play in the preseason, he was lost. He said it was really hard. I was super rusty. He goes, and I got later on in my career, coaches didn't want me to play in the preseason because I was getting older. And he goes, you're definitely rusty. A young quarterback like Baker Mayfield, like Jalen Hurts, who's still ascending, you got to give him some reps, man. You got to get him in there. You just throwing him to the fire in week 1. I think you're doing him a disservice.
Case in point, Joe Burrow yesterday, whether that was Myles Garrett and Jadarius Smith of Cleveland, Joe Burrow, 82 yards of passing? I mean, you just signed one of the biggest deals in quarterback history, NFL history, and he performs like that. And a lot of people right now looking at it and saying, you know what? It was the injury situation, and it was the fact, once again, you didn't get him enough reps. Cleveland for real, in your opinion, or does it go on Deshaun Watson?
I like Cleveland.
Yeah.
I like Cleveland. They have a new defensive coordinator. Joe Woods was trending today. He's their old DC with see what this defense can do.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to tell you, you know how I hate to pat myself on the back. You know how I hate to do that.
I'll just do it for you.
So yesterday in my fantasy league, as I told you, we have that crazy rule that you have to bench your starters 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out which games not to play. Right? Well, I had Joe Burrow as my starter. You know who my backup is?
I heard this story.
Sam Howell.
Against Arizona.
So I'm out there starting Sam Howell over Joe Burrow, and everybody's laughing at me. laughing at me. I'm getting it from my fellow like, what an idiot. What a moron. And I'm like,
hold on.
Shut up!
There you go.
So Sam Howell goes out, gets me 2 tutties. It went, he got me 21, 23 points. He was, and Burrow was only scheduled for 18 points or so in my league. So I said, I'm going to roll the dice. So that turned out okay.
There you go.
That turned out okay.
Speaking of surprises yesterday, because we've
Unless
already
Josh Allen goes off tonight, I'm going to win week 1.
Justin Fields, were you surprised at how bad the Chicago Bears, and everybody's like, Aaron Rodgers is finally out of there. It's Jordan Love now. Bears got the division. Maybe not so much.
Jordan Love looked good.
Yes.
Jordan Love, if the freaking Packers have another franchise quarterback for the 3rd time in a row, that's going to piss me off.
And they did it exactly the same way.
That's going to piss me off.
Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. Let him sit.
That's going to piss me off.
I know it
But the Bears, I thought would be a lot better. I thought Justin Field would be a lot better. Same guy. That, again, week 1, don't overthink it. I think he's going to be better. I think the Bears are going to be better this week. Of course, they're coming to Raymond James Stadium, 1:00.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Chicago.
We'll see. We got a post-game show.
But that's the beauty of it. They looked meh. They look meh.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, Bucs, you need to take care of business here. And I thought they'd beat the Bears anyway. So the Bucs at 2-0. Remember we said 2-2 at the break, we'd be thrilled.
Sure.
1-3 is where I thought they'd be because the offense was going to start slow. 2-2, I'm thrilled. Hell, now I'm getting greedy.
Yeah.
I'm 3-1.
Why not? The way
the Eagles didn't look great.
Nope. Saints didn't look great yesterday.
Saints did not look great.
Even though Derek Carr threw for I think over 300 in that game, right?
No, I don't think he threw for that much, but he came up with a big throw late. Now I'm looking at after week 1, I'm like, 2-2 is really doable.
Right.
3-1 is like, we might get 3-1.
There you go.
We get 3-1 at the bye. Watch out.
That's it.
Watch out. All right, we're going to take our second break here. Come on down to the patio, 421 South McDill. We are presented by White Claw. at the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES Lawgroup.com, and all our great sponsors right down there. Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Trying to get Cruz Lugo to come by.
Nice.
And have a beer with us.
Absolutely.
Italiano Insurance, we love you folks. Jeff Italiano's right down the road. Jeff, get your butt down here to the patio.
Yeah.
A Golden Diamond Source. Steve and Julie are out in Utah, so I don't think they're coming. Paul Thomason called me from Extravaganza Productions, so I'm going to tell him to come down and have a beer with us.
Yeah.
And I tried to get Scotty Fitz from American Mortgage Services. For some reason, he don't want to come down. He said every other Monday he's here, but not tonight. So, but love our sponsors. Listen to our spots. 3 minutes. We'll be back. You come on down to the patio right now.
Coins sitting around the house. Well, the Golden Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't, so check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Golden Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
JP here for my good friends at Italiano Insurance, and they did it again. Once again, Italiano Insurance stepping up with the best customer service. I was in a bind. My old insurance company, my auto insurance, jacked up my rates, so I called Charity at Italiano Insurance, and she stayed till 9:30 at night until she got my insurance done. And guess what? She searched all these companies for me. I didn't do the work. She did. Saved me $1,000 on my annual premium. $1,000, folks. That's real money. And that's what you get at Italiano Insurance. Great customer service. And here's another note for you, by the way, with hurricane season up. 40% of people in Florida are underinsured. That means if you have something happen during a hurricane and you need replacement cost, you're going to get 40% less than you deserve. Can't let that happen. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance and get them to help you out in both those regards. They will save you money and keep you insured properly. That's 813-877-7799. Great folks in the community, been doing it for over 60 years. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799.
All right. Well, Fitz the mortgage guy did it again. A listener heard his ad, was going to another big bank, but called Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services of Tampa, and Fitz saved him $618 on his monthly payment. Are you kidding me? Folks, that's big money. Rates are going up, they're going down, they're going all over the place. Scott will shop your loan and save you lender fees and get the best rates. Email him, scott@amstampa.com, or call 813-294-7595. That's Fitz the mortgage guy. Lots of stuff going on right now, and these rates are going all over the place. You need somebody knowledgeable in the market that will work hard for you and get you the best deal. That's my man, Scott. He's done 3 loans for me, done thousands of loans for local folks here, works with a lot of the coaches and players in the area. He's the guy. 813-294-7595, or go to scott@amstampa.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show with JP on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Mr. JP Peterson right there. Open phone lines if you want to get in on the action, the fun here, talking about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers live here from the patio in
Got
Tampa.
some old friends stopping by.
I see that.
Yeah.
Smoking a stogie over
Young
there.
friends.
It's Victory Monday, my friend. Yes.
Three-time trivia champion here, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you good at trivia?
I used to be when I could remember shit.
Oh.
Now I got CRS. We got a question off mic. Here, come behind us.
Yeah, come behind us.
Come behind us. We got the fan mic right behind us.
The fan mic is right here. I'm holding it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here's the truth. one of the premier racehorses in history was a horse named Man of War. Maybe
Remember
you've heard
him
the
well,
name.
yeah.
All right. He won 19 out of 20 races. Who beat him?
Woman of War,
Huh?
because it's undefeated.
Seattle Slew.
Upset.
That
1920.
we have bitch and
The horse's name who beat him was Upset. And from that day on, that's where the term that we've all used and all heard our lives, hey, this game, well, it was a big upset. Well, it was a big upset when Man of War lost one race
I didn't know
in
that.
his career.
Upset.
All right, upset.
I thought upset was just because people were upset that they lost.
Well, there you go, and get the
How about that for trivia?
Get the YouTube the conspiracy theories ready to go there because upset is the one that won. So maybe they planned that out.
I used to play Jeopardy all the time.
That's where the term upset originated and was used in sporting events from 1920 on.
I did not know that.
Wow. All right.
I did not know that.
There you go.
Everybody uses it.
Good stuff. All right.
Now I know the origin of
See,
upset.
we got fans here telling us, educating us on upset, educating us on love lives and everything like that, making people come together here on the JP Peterson Show. You
All
gotta
right,
love it.
Lugo's coming up. So
Okay.
he'll be here from Bay Area Modern Medical Center. So we'll get tell me how much water I should be drinking out here.
Yeah, I'll get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Stick around for you. You can go drink.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you make it
It's a
sound
much
like
better show for both of us.
Oh, okay.
I mean that for me too.
Oh, I bet you do.
It was a little early at 4:00 to jump into the White Claws. It was a little early, but
A little early.
now in the
yes.
5:00 hour, maybe I'll have a beer.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got to get to some other stuff because it was a big weekend.
We got some breaking news here
Okay.
from Adam Schefter. Chris Jones has agreed he's reached an agreement with the Kansas City Chiefs. So I guess.
Agreed being the key term.
Right. Yes. Agreed to terms. So he'll be back on that defense. And he had to be kicking himself when he was in the box, which is such a weird situation. How is he in the box watching that? How can you stay in the box and watch that situation unfold when you could have helped your defense basically beat the Lions, and the Lions are running it out to win the game?
All about the Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins, baby.
Listen, I don't want to be a jerk about this, but it's on the team as well. It's on the team.
Sure.
The team could pay them. They could have stepped up. They didn't want it, but the price was not right for them, and now they got the price right. I don't know who came to who on this agreement, but he's back.
Right.
So let's not always blame the player. Let's not always blame the team. Sometimes they just have a difference of opinion, and that's okay.
I'll tell you what, let's go out to the phone lines here. Let's go out to Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. Welcome to the JP Peterson
What's
Show
up, Ray?
here, live from the patio.
Yeah, now JP, in all fairness, Pete said I can call in anytime, brothers. How you guys doing today?
You could call in anytime, Ray.
Yes.
We love you.
We want him to come out here with
When did he
another
call-
camera.
When did he call out? He was the cart guy.
Yes.
We're-
No. He wasn't the
No,
cart
no.
guy. That's Roger.
That's right.
This is Ray. Yeah, this is Ray. I've
you
worked
know
with this
Ray.
man. I worked with this man so many years, and he can run a camera. He can definitely run a
Listen,
second camera here.
Yeah, now Ray, this should come on anytime. Just
Yes.
be
Brother.
good. Don't suck. Have a take,
God,
don't
no,
suck.
Yeah, have a take, don't suck. No, 100%, guys. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate y'all locking it down with the local coverage, but then also having, and JP, I could go back with you all the way back to WFLA. But
Of
being able
course,
to
I remember it
also
well.
Yeah.
That I do remember.
You very well. But able to transition to national. How about FSU going national with getting the top 5, have a Heisman candidate? Did we see a turnaround that fast, or is it happening right on schedule for you?
No, I thought it would take at least one more year, probably 2. Mike Norvell has worked the portal like nobody else.
Yes.
And he's a charismatic guy. I mean, if you meet Mike Norvell and you listen to him and understand, I've talked to tons and tons of people. We haven't had him on the show yet, but we hope to have him on the show. I obviously have a lot of contacts at FSU and guys that go to practice every day. Pat Burnham, who comes on our show, this guy has pushed all the right buttons. He took the job. The first year was COVID. People lost their mind. Oh, he's another Willie Taggart. Remember that article?
Oh, I remember.
I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't. If you watch them play, even in the first year, you could see that things were changing. And in the second year, there was no question they were changing. And yeah, did they lose to Jacksonville State? Yes, they did. But they were changing. They fought. Even that Notre Dame game in year 2, they forced overtime. They weren't quitting like they were before. And it took some time for him to weed out the quitters. And now he's got a lot of his guys in through the portal. He's changed that roster in 3 years to emulate the guys that he wants. And they built it like a family. He's got a lot of Bobby Bowden in him as well. Faith, family football. He's authentic.
Nice.
He's not like Jimbo, a fraud, and that you could see right through. And Texas A&M has him signed up for 2031.
Wow.
His buyout is $77 million.
Good luck with that albatross of a contract. You're exactly right. And
when he left, I was like, you can have him.
Yep.
Good riddance.
Wow.
Get out of here, you fraud.
And you guys are both FSU guys. Go back a couple of years, and there was that very real talk for a half a second. I don't think from the real deep down boosters up in Tallahassee, but there was the talk about Deion and what possibly a Sanders could do. And that's why I'm so glad that Mike Norvell's working the portal the way he is, because with Deion and the success he's having, which is fantastic for him and for Colorado,
yes.
Obviously that narrative would have been, oh, what could we have had? I think FSU is looking at Mike Norvell and where we're at right now, and they're like, we're happy with what we have. We're fine. Let's go do this.
Ray, it's a great question. I'm glad you brought this up. But think about it at the time. Deion had not been a college coach. He had been a high school coach, but you're not giving the reins of Florida State University to a guy with a resume like that, even though it's prime. And did I think he would be a great coach? Yeah, I did. When he went to Jackson State, I said he's going to get it done because he's going to get great players. And people don't understand this about Deion. Deion was one of the hardest working players that Florida State has ever had. He works his ass off. He's a man of faith. He's got a lot of Bobby Bowden in him, except for the, all about the bag stuff.
Right.
But, Prime knows how to recruit kids. He hired great coordinators. He knows how to motivate. He's a tremendous businessman. Look, these college coaches now, these guys are CEOs. They have to represent everything and do everything within their program. What better CEO would you like to have in college football than Deion Sanders in the years of NIL, where he's getting NIL money for his players? Where when you have a transfer portal where you can remake your roster in 1 year, what Deion Sanders is doing has revolutionized college football. I mean, it will never be the same. This is a historic moment that we are watching, and I don't think I'm overselling it. But he was not the right guy at that time for FSU. He was not. He was not ready.
Yeah. And did you guys both? I'm sure you had to. Maybe you didn't catch because we so much good ball on this weekend, especially college. But at the end of the Colorado-Nebraska game, and the students there wanted to run out on the field, and they ran out and they ran back and they ran out because they were being respectful of the fact that Deion and the work he'd had on his foot, and he said, "I can't shake Matt Rule's hand if you guys storm the field." So they were being respectful there. And then Matt Rule crossed the field, and I'm like, just like you said, JP. The shifting landscape of college football in the portal, we got things like this happening. I'm sure there'll be things down the road where we'll be like pulling our hair out, but right now it's a success for me. And guys, I appreciate you taking my call. Keep locking
That's
it
a great
down.
call.
Appreciate you, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy.
Right there. Listen, I know there's a lot of FSU people that are pissed at Deion. And Deion, he took Travis Hunter. He took a lot of our guys at Florida State. He's a competitive coach now. He's a competitor. But don't fall into this trap of, I hate Deion. I want to see him fail. I don't get that.
Right.
I don't get that at all. Is he bravado? Yes. Is he brash? Yes. Is he backing it up? Yes. Is he a man of faith? Yes. Is he a hard worker? Yes. Is he teaching these kids values that I think are fantastic? Yes, he is. He's teaching old school values. So if you don't like all of that stuff, there's something wrong with you. That's all I'm saying. There's something wrong with you. The brashness, get over it. Okay? That's Prime. That's his personality. But there's a lot of underlying stuff that you should really, really like about this guy. And I think I get it. Some of you out there, he disrespected Florida State. Whatever. Is he still mad at us because we didn't give him the job? Probably. But he wasn't ready. We had just hired a guy whose resume was not up to snuff. And that was Willie Taggart. He should never have even been considered for the job. His resume was not up to snuff. You can't make two mistakes in a row like that. And they went out and found a guy, an up-and-comer in Mike Norvell, who I think is the next national championship coach that hasn't won one.
That's it.
All right? that hasn't won one. Well, am I saying he's going to win one this year? I don't know. They got a shot. This team is as good as anybody.
You feel like with the talent on this team that if you don't at least get into the playoff, that it's a disappointment.
Yeah, especially with
and that's
Clemson.
different from being a Florida State fan for so many years.
Clemson is not Clemson.
No.
They're not. They're not a playoff team.
And here's the thing. Deion is showing how archaic Dabo Swinney is right now. And that's kind of pissing off the media because Dabo was kind of the media darling at this point, and now it's Deion Sanders who's getting it done. So if you guys want to talk about this, 727-255.
FSU up to number 3, by the way.
Yes,
and,
there you go.
Hats off to Matt Baker from the Times.
Yeah.
Voted FSU number 1.
Wow.
And I liked his reasoning. I love the fact that he comes out and he tells you completely transparent why he did it. He said they've got the best win so far this year. Georgia, I don't say they struggled this week against a nobody, but I think it was zip at the end of first quarter. FSU blew out Southern Miss, who beat Tulane last year with their new coach. 66 points they've scored. They've scored 31 points in 3 straight quarters. They haven't done that since 1988. They've scored 35-plus points in their last 8 games. Mike Norvell can coach them up offensively. Yeah. I don't know how you stop this offense. I don't know. Jordan Travis is too good. He's a good enough passer now. He's incredible with his escapability and runability. He's a tremendous leader. He made 2 really bad decisions in the LSU game that he's got to get out of his system. But this defensive line looks tremendous. Texas defensive line looked tremendous. How about Texas going?
I'm not surprised.
I told you Alabama in their own house.
I told you that Texas was going to win that game simply because of the effort last year.
I had Bama. You were right.
They lost Anderson. You lose Bryce Young. You could see the weaknesses with that quarterback. He's a one-read guy, and I'm running right away. And Texas up front, you're exactly right. That's what it comes down to, the point of attack. They were much stronger. And I was talking to Leo Haggerty about this the other night. How many times can we say that in so many years with Alabama playing that somebody actually kicked their ass in the interior line there?
Never.
Now,
that was impressive. Quinn Ewers, their quarterback, who got through the whole game this time, got hurt last year. He was a difference maker.
Bills fans here.
Oh, they're streaming in.
I mean, this guy wants to get on. You want to get on? We're on the JP Peterson show. Come on.
We're live on TV.
Yeah, we're
here.
live right now. Come on.
Here's the fan mic
All right, here we go.
Fan mic right here.
Let's go, Buffalo.
What's up, brother?
Hey.
What's your name?
Pierre. What's up, man? It's my boy.
Hey.
Another Josh Allen.
Hey.
Somebody going through a table tonight?
He's going right.
Somebody going through a table?
I will.
Somebody getting hit with a chair?
Me and you.
All right, let's go.
Together.
Let's go. I'm in. Let's go, Pierre.
Love it.
Love
the fans here at the patio.
Fans.
Yeah.
You want to come? You want an atmosphere to watch Monday Night Football tonight and root against Aaron Rodgers? Now there's someone you can root against.
Yes.
A-Rod, right?
Well, he's in the darkness room, you know. I went in the darkness room and darkness retreat, and ever since then he's been, I guess, we'll see if he's a better quarterback tonight, because I think there's a lot of Bills fans that want the defense to knock his lights out. Right?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, and I think that's what they want to do, and I think the expectations, my dad grew up as a Buffalo Bills fan. He loved Buffalo Bills. And one of the greatest teams, I think, and one of the most heartbreaking Super Bowls of all time, you have to say, one of the greatest, Super Bowl 25 right there, right? Well, everything is going on. The Gulf War.
Is that the one right over here where Scott Norwood missed the 47-yarder?
41, I think it was. 41? 41 or 43?
47.
Was it?
I'll bet you.
I'm going to bet you. I don't think it was 47. I think it's 41.
We'll bet on
41 or 43, yeah. We'll pull it up right now. Yeah. Giants.
That team, well, of course, I grew up a Dolphins fan.
Okay.
So, I mean, I go back to the Juice and the Electric Company.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Joe DeLamielleure and that whole offensive line when the Juice ran for 2,000 yards, a lot of it against my Miami Dolphins.
Dad used to tell stories all the time about the Electric Company. All the time.
But the Jim Kelly years, Thurman Thomas, and
the K-Gun.
That was a phenomenal.
Andre
football.
Reed, James Lofton.
I think you got to get it
Cornelius
done.
Bennett.
You got to get it done in the biggest game. But
Thurman Thomas.
4 straight Super Bowls should equal at least one Lombardi.
The curse of Thurman Thomas, because I think they win at least one of those Super Bowls against the Cowboys. I do. I think it's the one that I think it's in Atlanta. I think that's the one you win. But then you fumble, the momentum goes to the Cowboys right before halftime, and then after that, it's done, sir, done.
All right. So I know we kind of jumped around here, but I always like to give our commenters some love. Scott Bradford says, if you got time on Sunday before you go into Ray J, stop by our tailgate, What the Buck tailgate, 400 South, 4005 North Himes, to the right of that ugly purple house. Stop by and say hi. We get there 7 a.m. for setup. I'm in, Scott. I will stop by and say hi this week for sure. And hopefully if Peter gets credentialed this week, we'll do a post-game show and we'll both come by.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sounds good. I'm
Yes.
game. Let's do that. So, you know what? You are right. It is 40. I didn't think it was 47, but it was 47. It is 47. I didn't think it was that long, but it is 47 yards. So
I can't believe I freaking remembered that.
Oh my! See, you don't trust your memory. You just said you didn't have a memory, and now you just remembered all the way back to what, 1991?
I want to give all the credit to Bay Area Modern Medical Center and Chris Lugo, because since I've started following his plan, I'm actually sleeping at night now.
There you go.
Which is amazing. And you know what happens when you sleep at night?
Mm-hmm.
Your memory comes back.
Well, that's awesome. There you
Your
go.
memory comes back. So, yeah.
We got to go and get him on here. I'm going to get off.
We'll do that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side, and we'll talk some football with our good friend Chris Lugo from Bay Area Modern Medical Center. I'll probably give you a couple tips. I know a lot of you have had the sniffles lately.
Yeah.
For like a week and a half.
Yeah. It's not what you think it is.
Trying to give everybody COVID.
No, it's not that.
We'll talk about that. When we come back, our thanks to the Jeeves Law Group, Bay Area Modern Medical Center, Italiano Insurance, the Golden Diamond Source Extravaganza Productions, and my good friend Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services, and White Claw, $4 White Claws here at the Patio. Come on down.
It will feel and look better. Do you have any old coins sitting around the house? Well, the Golden Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't, so check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Golden Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Hey guys, are you experiencing those feelings of getting older, lower sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, or you just don't feel like you had the vitality you once had? It's a chronic problem here in the United States. You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well, so do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Look, testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability, not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Folks, I've been on testosterone therapy for over 6 years, and it is a life changer. You will feel and look better than you did 10 years ago. Give them a call at 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. Tell them JP sent you for priority scheduling. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVES. Call for a free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. We're local, we're trusted. The law firm brings over 80 years of combined legal experience focusing on clients in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida, and national class action cases. If you're injured, get that free case evaluation, no cost to you. The Jeeves Law Group's focus is on auto, truck, and motorcycle accidents, as well as class action and consumer protection law. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. You hear him on the show all the time. Great guy, big Gator fan, and great for the community. The Jeeves Law Group is a highly skilled team with years of experience that will apply their skills, expertise, and knowledge to assist individuals who have been in an accident with compensation for damages, lost wages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, and property damage. Get that free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES.
Coming back at you. Now, more with JP on FanStream Sports. Only just me.
All right, welcome back to the patio here, our first remote here of many to come this football season. We'll be here every Monday from 5 to 7. We may do some Sundays. We may do some Fridays. We'll see where it goes, but definitely every Monday from 5 to 7. We're 4 to 6 because the Bills Mafia is taking over this little area we have here. As you can see behind me, the Bills Mafia is already here. So come on down tonight. We got $4 White Claws. We're presented by White Claw. $4 White Claw vodka, $4 White Claw seltzers, $1 off beer and wine, all kinds of happy hour specials. We got food cooking I can smell over there. It's fantastic. So come on down to the patio. My good friend Chris Lugo joining me here live. Normally you hear him on Monday mornings from Bay Area Modern Medical Center. How are you, partner?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm good. I love being out at remotes where I can come out and see the people. We interviewed Josh Allen here behind you.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, Josh was here.
Oh, wow, excellent.
It's actually got a couple of Joshes. And Bills Mafia is going to be breaking tables and, so I think you might get some business out of this tonight.
No, I like the remote, actually.
Yeah, probably some broken arms.
There you go.
Maybe some torn ACLs. Yeah. And I know it's not your specialty, but
that is not.
Bills fans, you never know what they're going to do. So how's life? How's everything?
Good. Everything's well.
What's going on at the Bay Area Modern Medical Center? What are you seeing out there?
Weight loss. Everybody wants to lose weight.
And what kind of results are we getting with the True Body machine? We've been talking about that.
True Body's working well, but I use that in
Get up on that mic.
Yeah, so I use that both with the tirzepatide, the semaglutides. They work really well together. So because you're going to lose that weight, but you're going to have that one little area that won't go away. How am I going to get rid of that? That's with the True Body stuff. That's with the True Sculpt and True Flex. So they complement each other very well.
So I have obviously a mutual friend that's going on over there. He's having great success.
Yes.
Give me some testimonials from some of the people. You don't have to name names.
Ooh, guys, if you're not on T and you're in your late 40s, 50s, and I had a guy today 60, you're behind the game. There's really no downsides of being on T. People like to tell you there's downsides. Oh, I'm not going to make my own natural T anymore. Well, if you came in and your thyroid was all screwed up and you were hypothyroidism,
you ain't making it anyway.
You're not making it anyway.
That's why you need it.
Correct. If you want to hold Henry Fonda's hand and walk down to the Golden Pond with him, you're more than happy to do that. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to go punching and kicking. I want to die young at an old age.
I started, God, I don't know how long I've been on T. Probably I'm thinking 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
7-8 years I think I've been on T. And, I mean, I went through about 2 weeks. This is probably 2 years ago where I couldn't get my T for some reason. And I just felt I just felt listless. I was just totally out of sync.
Brain fog.
And, brain fog.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then for me, my whole thing has been sleeping. And we've been working on this.
Correct.
And doing things like, turning off the TV, get my face out of my phone.
I'm trying to get that TV out of your bedroom.
Reading, that ain't happening. Reading a book, doing stuff that calms the mind.
Correct.
And also, don't drink coffee after noon. Don't eat before, 3 or 4 hours. All these things have helped dramatically.
Correct.
And I just, before I got with you, I really wasn't doing these things and being as disciplined. And it's amazing how much more I remember now, how much better my brain works.
And it's true. And the caffeine thing is going to be a big thing. So if you're an Oura Ring person and you got your Oura Ring, it's on their app now, you'll get that little prompt. Have you consumed caffeine 6 hours prior to bed? So they're actually prompting you like, hey, they're nudging you, stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's affecting it.
Does tea help you sleep too?
It does. I got a couple people who it doesn't help sleep. My brother being one of them. Sorry, but if it's on the label, like it can happen, it's going to happen to him. Like he's
right.
And I think Nick was probably the same way. It's weird things, but I'll have a couple guys who tell me it disturbs their sleep, but for the most part, it helps you sleep better.
Yeah. And we hear a lot of the benefits for workouts. Like it was funny because Ashley, my girlfriend, was looking at some pictures of me from my early 40s.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You look way better now than you did then." And I was looking at it, I was like, God, I had no shoulders, I had no chest. I couldn't, and I was working out. I just couldn't build muscle anymore. I was just losing muscle.
Correct.
Becoming frumpy, the dad bod. And once I got on tea, that just completely changed.
And I tell guys, look, you're not going to take tea, and it's not going to be this miraculous thing that you're going to look like the Adonis. You still got to put time in the gym.
Right.
You're not putting time in the gym. If you're not eating good, sleeping good, and working out, you're not going to see a difference. You do those, that foundation for health we've talked about, you'll see a difference in 4 to 6 weeks. I guarantee it.
I know we talked about this last week, but update me on what's going on with COVID.
Rampant. I had 3 consults today on the phone. I don't want them in the office. I don't need to see them in the office. They already got positive tests, but it's out there. I gave one lady ivermectin today because she sounded like she got hit by a Mack truck.
And by the way, ivermectin works. Tell the people.
It does work. But I've had a couple of people who they're freaking out because they've got COVID and want to know if they need to be on. And I'm like, you sound perfectly fine. You got a stuffy nose. Okay, I'm sorry, but take a decongestant. You don't need ivermectin. But I've given some people who were concerned ivermectin just because they were concerned.
Yeah, some people it does hit hard, even though this strain is not real bad, right?
Yeah, and this one of them was a mother-daughter today who just got off a ship. So it's on the ships too, guys. So
it's on the ships?
It's on the ships. They just
cruising?
They just literally came off a cruise. They're home for 2 days, and now Mack truck hit them.
Yeah, I think, any place you go, football games, any of that stuff, but don't freak out about it, right?
Don't freak out. This strain is not that bad at all. From the calls that I'm getting, it's a lot of cold symptoms. It's a lot of stuffy nose. It's a lot of, hey, I feel a little achy. But everyone's breathing fine. Remember, that was our big thing back in the day was, hey, I couldn't breathe. And next thing you know, you're getting intubated in the ICU, right? Which we know is not a big thing to do now. Today, it's, hey, they're just not feeling good. Hey, take some of your vitamins. If you need ivermectin, we'll put some ivermectin. But otherwise, don't freak out. Not yet.
Come in and see you, and you'll be able to tell them whether you should fight this by yourself,
correct,
what you need, or if you need the ivermectin.
Correct.
And by the way, most doctors probably won't give you ivermectin because of a lot of the crap that went down during COVID. They're scared, and
they're still scared.
Whatever.
Well, because a lot of these guys still work for big institutions.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that. What the difference is with you and these other institutional.
Well, a lot of these practices, especially in the Tampa Bay area, all over, are being bought up by Baycare System, by Tampa General Systems, by Advent Health. Orlando Regional's now coming over here. They just bought Florida Medical Clinic recently, and they're buying up all these practices. And now these guys are all becoming employees. And now you have to answer to somebody. When back in the day, you didn't have to answer. You got to do your own thing. You're having to answer to somebody now, and they're going to set the rules. The C-suite will set the rules. This is what you can and cannot say. This is what you can and cannot do. And I
want no part of that with my doctor.
I don't have that issue.
Yeah. So there you go. And that's a big deal.
That's
a
huge
big deal.
Well, because
look what we just went through.
Yeah, but they're taking medicine out of the provider's hands now, right? And they're putting into an algorithm, which doesn't make sense.
Because it's not one size fits all. Everybody's different, right?
Everybody's different.
Everybody metabolizes drugs differently. Everybody metabolizes food differently, right?
100%. Yeah.
That's why you need a blood work and a personal plan. This is what you do.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. It sounds maybe weird to some people, but when you think it through, it's way more logical.
Well, it sounds weird to people because I don't take insurance, and they want to know why. Because insurance is the devil. Look, I'm a military guy. I got TRICARE. I love it, but it does hold you back from doing things we want to do, unfortunately. Getting prior authorizations, like you could get that MRI of your lumbar spine for $400, pay cash for it, or you could wait 2 months, a month to get it approved, and then have a copay of $100.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah. So go ahead and pay the $400, pay cash instead of they're going to charge you $4,000. And if you're like anybody else and you have a high deductible plan, you're going to get a bill in the mail from that radiological place and that radiologist 2 to 4 weeks later because you're going to owe more money.
It's the best way to go, folks. Not just because they're a sponsor. I'm also a patient, and it works for me. It'll work for you. Bay Area Modern Medical Center, BAMMC.com. Go to the website and get an appointment. Find out what's going on with you. All right, we're going to have a beer?
Definitely.
What's our beer? Cold beer is waiting right over there.
Yeah.
So go grab the beer. I'll get Peter back in here. We'll continue the show, and I'll come join you. Thanks
Sounds
for coming.
good, right? All right.
Thanks. Bay Area Modern Medical Center, folks. Chris Lugo. Get your butt down there. Ring in. Get an appointment. By the way, he'll work on Sundays, Saturdays, whatever you need. Just get on in there. So, all right, you guys can call us up or you can jump in here on YouTube or Facebook. Send us a comment or two. Peter Blake is back. You want to take us to break?
Absolutely. Let's go to break here really quick. Here we go.
All right, we're going to break. Come on down to the patio. We'll be here till 6 o'clock, maybe hanging out a little bit afterwards as well. It's Bills and Jets tonight. All the Bills Mafia is filing in. This place is going to be lit tonight. And we're presented by White Claw, $4 White Claw seltzers, $4 White Claw vodka drinks for you, $1 off beer and wine. Great place. It's the patio. Come hang out beneath the palm trees here on a beautiful deck on a beautiful night right here at the patio. Stay with us. 3-minute break.
Do you have any old coins sitting around the house? Well, the Gold and Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't, so check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Gold and Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Hey guys, are you experiencing those feelings of getting older, lower sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, or you just don't feel like you had the vitality you once had? It's a chronic problem here in the United States. You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well, so do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Look, testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability, not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Folks, I've been on testosterone therapy for over 6 years, and it is a life changer. You will feel and look better than you did 10 years ago. Give them a call at 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. Tell them JP sent you for priority scheduling. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group, Jeeves. Call for a free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. We're local, we're trusted. The law firm brings over 80 years of combined legal experience focusing on clients in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida, and national class action cases. If you're injured, get that free case evaluation, no cost to you. The Jeeves Law Group's focus is on auto, truck, and motorcycle accidents, as well as class action and consumer protection law. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. You hear him on the show all the time. Great guy, big Gator fan, and great for the community. The Jeeves Law Group is a highly skilled team with years of experience that will apply their skills, expertise, and knowledge to assist individuals who have been in an accident with compensation for damages, lost wages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, and property damage. Get that free case evaluation, 888-9 Jeeves, that's 888-9-JEEVES.
Coming back at you. Now, more with JP on FanStream Sports. It's only just begun.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here live from the patio. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with JP Peterson right there in the background. Lots of Bills Mafia fans out there, lots of football fans. You got to love these football fans out there. I want them to make some noise. That's what I want them to do.
If you want to be part of the show, come on over.
Yeah.
Right behind us here. We'll put the fan mic up for you. You can talk nonsense.
Absolutely, you can. And we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, we always do that. That's what we do best here.
Yes.
So you're going to love it.
Talk nonsense. So, all right, we haven't talked about your Rays.
No, we haven't. 3 out of 4 from Seattle. Pretty impressive.
I got to admit, I watched about 4 innings this weekend.
I watched
it. When it's football season starts, man, I have a hard time watching baseball.
See, I got to keep track because you're gonna be the one that's gonna ask me on the show what happened.
Well, I keep track. Like I read the stories. I go back and watch all the highlights. I try to get a feel for what happened. Yeah, great weekend. Yandy with the walk-off on Saturday. They get a late
MVP of this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the league, but this team.
100%.
Yeah.
The night before we had Harold Ramirez. How freaking hot is he?
Oh, yeah.
18 RBIs in his last 20. He's hitting 333 in his last 20. Had a big double yesterday. Had a big home run on Friday night. They take 3 of 4 from Seattle.
I got to do it. You ready? There you go.
Yeah, now I got a headache. So they take 3 of 4 from Seattle, but now they go to Minnesota.
Yes.
And then 4 with the Orioles for the AL East this weekend.
That's basically
I
your
will be
AL
watching
East.
this weekend.
Yes,
I will be watching this weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Look, you got to love the way this team is playing right now. What, they've won 12 out of the last
15
series. Excuse me, allergy.
Yeah.
Somebody's smoking.
Yo, yeah.
It got me.
Yeah.
It got me.
I know how you feel. I was doing this. I was feeling the same way when I came in here.
If I get a whiff of cigarette smoke,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to literally sneeze 15 times in a row. I'm allergic to cigarette smoke.
Really?
Yeah. My mom was a cigarette smoker.
Is that like a serious thing where you can break out in hives or something along those lines?
I don't go hives.
Okay.
It's just it's like a
you blow up or something like that.
It'll be like a good 8 to 10 repetition.
Wow.
Never done it live on air.
Gesundheit.
Never done it live on air.
More Bills fans.
So there could be a chance of that happening here.
Yeah, we see you over there, Bills fans. We see you. We see you.
We could have it first. So good weekend for the Rays. Again, are they going to catch the O's? It's all going to go down this weekend.
We'll see. I mean, that's what it comes down to, this series in itself. And their pitching's got to be better. They're hitting, but this team has figured out in the later innings how to win games. That's encouraging, JP, you would have to say.
Yes.
Not necessarily a great start, but those later innings, when you're able to come back and put it together, that's exciting. So we'll see.
Listen, this team has a mojo.
Yeah.
And they, I'm going to say it. They've had a mojo since wandered away.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a different vibe to them. It feels much more like a team. They come together late in games. I don't think, the post-Wander era has been really good.
It has been.
Their nosedive was when, all the shit started with him.
Yeah.
And then that was the bad July. And then, we get the allegations, and I don't think he's coming back in September. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Even as talented as he is, can you theoretically bring him back to that locker room with knowing that it may ruin your chemistry? Go with the guys that have got you there.
Boy, if that happened, what do you do?
I think you go with the guys that got you there because you have an
He's a generational talent.
I get that, but then you ruin that locker room. That's a good fan response. If Wander did get cleared, should the Rays bring him back to that clubhouse, or should they just run with the guys that they have? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528.
We're scheduled to go through 6. Well, we could go a little bit further if we want.
Sure, if you want to. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. I'm
See how
having
I'm
fun.
feeling.
I'm supposed to do a show tonight, but you know what? I think
Still
I'm
I'm
showed
feeling
out. I think I'm good with tonight, so I may just take a break.
This is a show.
Yeah, it is a show.
You're doing a show now.
I know.
You need to do another show?
I mean, I usually do the Sports Web on Monday and Wednesdays, but I like to watch Monday Night Football.
Why don't you watch Monday Night? We're recording this. Just
play the record, play the best stuff.
It's quality show.
I like it. That guy over there just told me, by the way, the reason why he actually found us on Facebook and YouTube, no lie, because I had you on my show at night. He found your show. He knew I was producing it, and he came out to see
How about
us.
that?
Huh?
How about that?
How
That's
about
this
that?
works.
Yeah. On Facebook, by the way.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies,
Yes.
tell everybody.
Tell everybody, especially your enemies.
We got a Canes fan out there.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Should I play my Florida State music again?
Let's give it to him.
All right, here we go. Yeah, baby. I hope everybody can hear that. I really do.
Now this is home of the Gator Club.
Oh.
The Patio is home of the Tampa Gator Club.
Oh.
Which is fine. But they also welcome. We come here and watch Knowles games all the time.
Okay.
So all teams are welcome, but this is a Bills hangout.
Okay.
And it's a Gator hangout.
Yeah.
But all are welcome. No, it's a great place to watch FSU and come on down and watch our Knowles kick ass all year long. They're number 3 in the nation. But listen, Miami put it on A&M.
I was
Miami
impressed.
put it on A&M. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we beat the crap out of Miami 45-3 last year.
Sure.
40. Anthony Boatwright. Do you remember 45-3? Anthony, do you?
Yeah.
So I thought, Miami's not close. I'm not going to worry about Miami. We got them in our own backyard.
Yeah.
Tyler Van Dyke looked a little different.
5 touchdowns, 48-33.
He looked a little different.
Yeah.
He looked a little different. Which I couldn't. I didn't know this, that no quarterback had 5 touchdowns against the top 10 opponent or top 25 opponent. Some weird stat like that. Like with all their great quarterbacks, really?
Wow.
So anyway, that was an impressive performance. Now listen, I'm not a big believer in A&M. I made my feelings known about Jimbo, but Miami's better. It's a rivalry game. If you're an FSU fan, you're eternally scarred by the Hurricanes.
Of course.
We've had much better teams than them, lost to them, and then lost national. Of their 5, 3 of them are ours.
Yes.
We should be the one with 5. You should be the one with 3 or 4.
Wide right, wide left, this, that, the other thing. It's always coming down to a kick.
I was under the uprights for most of those, by the way. That's how scarred I am.
I remember Bowden. I remember
Jerry
Bowden.
Thomas?
Yes.
Jerry Thomas.
Yes. Was that 91?
I don't know.
It's 91.
That was 90. Was that 90? That
It was 91. Yeah. Casey Weldon.
Yeah, that was right upright. Just like, and when he hit it, it looked good. And it just.
Yep. And you
Weird-
see Bobby's
weird
face.
things.
Bobby he looks like somebody just got shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the man. And he gave that look throughout the years. And it's like, oh, my God, poor guy. He has to watch this type of football come down to a kick.
I have a great Bobby Bowden story.
Give it to me.
When it comes to Miami. So I used to do like a one-on-one with Bowden like every 2 or 3, like every week during the season. And this was after one of the wide rights. And, we'd sit down while the cameraman's getting everything set up. We'd always have a little conversation about something. Usually you ask me, well, how's your mama? She makes that lasagna, right? Your mama, because I brought him some lasagna for my mom one time.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's the best lasagna I have ever had. That was tremendous. How's your brother? And so we're having a talk, and he was unusually down. Even after those games, he never showed it. And I'd say, Coach, all right? He's like, he's just like, hey, I said, that was a tough one. That sucked. And he's like, Dad, gummit. If they blocked the kick, I would feel better. But we just miss them. Right? We just miss the kicks. And I know what they're doing down there. Like, all the stuff that was going on in Miami.
That's a pretty good impression, by the way.
He knew
Yeah.
what they were doing, how they were, cheating and paying the players and taking them on. He knew all the stuff that was going on at the U.
Right.
He knew it all.
Right.
And he had to recruit against it, but he never talked about it publicly. Never. never spoke about it publicly. He knew all of the stuff that was going on down there that they eventually got busted for. But he never talked about it publicly. And that's the one time, I'm not going to say he swore, but dadgummit, he came pretty damn close to swearing about it. He was like, I've never seen him like that. But he was that, because it was so hard for him to keep that in.
Yeah.
And he never spoke about it publicly, but he knew what was going on. And those were crushing losses. But, you
got a couple.
Yeah.
Greatest coach, in my opinion, greatest coach of all time.
During that 14-year run, which will never be duplicated, by the way. Never be duplicated. Top 5, 14 years in a row.
Never.
He probably should have had 4 or 5 national championships.
Greatest coach of all time because of the consistency, and also not only on the field but off the field. If he came into your home, you believed him. It wasn't like a Joe.
Great recruiter.
And maybe this is unfair on my point. It wasn't a Joe Paterno situation. It wasn't sweeping things underneath the rug. It was Bobby Bowden, and that's why I believe he's the greatest coach of all time.
All right, so we got a few minutes left. We haven't hit a lot of the NFL games.
We have not.
Some of the takeaways from this week. Dolphins, Chargers. Look, Fat Tua. Fat Tua's better than Skinny Tua, by the way.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
Fat Tua can play. Fat Tua, he may look like a stripper at Onyx. He may not like that characterization, but he looks a little.
What's wrong with that, by the way?
I don't know.
I like thick. I'm like a little thick. I'm sorry.
Thick?
I'm nothing.
What's wrong with thick?
Not a damn thing.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why you got all mad about that. Why you got all butthurt about that.
Right.
Be a little mentally stronger, Tua. But he looked great. But I still don't think he's making it through the season. Even thick Tua.
No.
Fat Tua, thick, whatever you want to call it. He's just he looks great, but I still don't think he can make. Once you've had that many serious concussions, just takes one little. But that pass where he stepped up in the pocket on the run, moving forward and hit.
He's accurate. He's definitely accurate.
The cheetah in the corner.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's got the accuracy. He's got the accuracy.
Throw.
Can he stay healthy? That's what it comes down to. And I think a lot of Dolphins fans have to consider this, that the report was he was considering retirement. So if it's already in the back of your mind about retirement, I think I'm a little bit worried about that already. We'll see.
The thing is, he's going to get dinged.
Yes.
He's going to get dinged, and it's going to happen again.
Yep.
That's just the way concussions work, and I don't want it to happen, but it just is. But the Dolphin defense stepped up late. I still think the Chargers are a fantastic football team being held back by their coach.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
They were held back by their coach last year, and they're going to be held by their coach by their coach this year. Easy for me to say.
All right, Packers beat the Bears.
Wow.
Everybody, the Bears are coming. I'm one of those. Justin Fields going to be better.
Me too.
At least week 1, not. Hopefully not in week 2 because they come here to Raymond James Stadium. 38-20, Packers win. Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns. He looked good. He looked smooth. The Packers are, they may be better than I thought.
And that's without Christian Watson, your number 1 wide receiver, and Romeo Doubs, who was banged up in this game with a hamstring. You're still able to throw for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns and be accurate at the same time and not commit any turnovers, which Packer fans love. And here Bears fans thought, you know what? We finally got him. We finally got him where we want him, JP. We're going to own the division. We're going to own the Packers. Nope. Jordan Love now owns the Bears.
Boy, if you're a Bears fan, that sucks.
I know. I have some Bears fans out there.
Patriots on Tom Brady Day. Oh, lose to the Eagles. 25-20. Justin Fields was rusty. He was not good. Darius Slay had a big pick 6 in that game. The Eagles defense won that game. The Eagles are going to be good. Them getting Jalen Carter was unbelievable. I know Bijan Robinson scored a great touchdown for the Falcons. Thank you. On my fantasy team, I drafted him. But they should have taken Jalen Carter.
They should have.
I'm glad the Falcons didn't take Jalen Carter.
Because you have to deal with that the next 10 to 12 years at top level. And he's got Warren Sapp ability. You can never doubt that he had that type of ability. The problem is he also has Warren Sapp ability off the field. So the Eagles are the perfect place for him because that is a veteran locker room that is going to hold him accountable. If he went to the Falcons or he went to the Bears, I don't necessarily think it would work out so well. I don't.
Just keep him out of a car.
That's
Don't let
it.
them drive.
Well, keep everybody that's
Don't
involved
let
with
'em drive.
Georgia out of a car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. How crazy is that?
It's an organization problem.
That's what happens
Program
when players
problem.
know
Yep.
that the team owns the police department. I'm not joking.
Well, that's happened in
not joking.
Florida. We
It's
talked
happened-
about the
it's
Swamp
happened-
Kings, right? That's
it
all
happened-
about Florida.
It's happened in Tallahassee.
Yep.
Let's just be honest about it.
Sure.
All these small southern towns, we'll just leave it at that.
That's it.
Whoever's running those police departments, season tickets. Lots of perks.
Lots of perks. Yep.
Lots of perks.
Yep.
They're the biggest game in town. They own the town. Falcons win 24-7. Bijan Robinson, really good. Bryce Young, not good.
Not good.
Not great.
2
By the way,
interceptions. Yeah.
all rookie quarterbacks lost their opener this week. All the rookie
Wow.
quarterbacks lost their rookie quarterbacks 0-3. NFC South 3-1. Road teams 10-5. New coaches. 0-5.
Whoa! Wow.
This just consistency wins.
That's it. And Desmond Ridder, to me, I'm not a
Not
fan.
great.
I'm not a
Not
fan.
great.
I'm not sold on him at all. I don't care if you have a running game or not. I don't think they go anywhere with him. In fact, I think they're going to regret the day where they passed up on Justin Fields, who was a hometown kid, explosive, athletic, everything you would want with the Atlanta Falcons, and you passed up on him for Desmond Ridder.
Georgia's winning national championships. Draft their players.
Right.
What are you doing?
Maybe.
Thank you for not, by the way.
Right.
Atlanta Falcons, NFC South.
Yeah.
But what are you doing? What are you doing? They're all going to Philadelphia.
Yep.
What are you doing? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being morons up there.
There you go.
The Ravens lose J.K. Dobbins to an Achilles. That dude, if he's still looking for a contract, I hate to laugh because
You feel bad for that kid.
You feel bad for
Yeah.
him. He's played 6 games in 3 years.
Mm.
You know, and a talented running back, talented kid.
Coming out of Ohio State, physical, never any indication that he was going to have these type of injury problems. And sure enough, like you said, the last 3 years, it's been disappointing. And, what's the impact on that? I mean, Lamar Jackson's got weapons there, but, it takes one running back out of the equation. So I think Todd Monken will do a good job with that offense, by the way.
The Saints get a win.
Yes. Barely.
Yeah.
I heard it was ugly.
It was ugly.
And Dennis Allen, to me, is not going anywhere either with them. He's not good.
Didn't. The week 1 of Derek Carr was not what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
So I kind of like where we're at. I was big on the Bucs going to get Derek Carr.
I was too.
I was big on that. I'm kind of glad we didn't get him.
Well,
because they're locked into him for 3 years. Let's see how it plays out. But they're locked into him for 3 years.
Well, there's no more excuses because all you heard about Derek Carr was he's never had a consistent defense. Now he's got the consistent defense. He's got the weapons around him. He never had the weapons around him with the Raiders. He's got all that now. So if he fails now, after all the money and resources they put around him, there's no more excuses anymore. It's over with. It's over with for him.
Speaking of over with, we're done.
We are done.
We're done.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay.
We're gonna call it a day here. 4 to 6 we were scheduled for today. Get on down here to the patio, presented by White Claw today, and all our great sponsors. Thank you to G's Law Group, Bay Area Modern Medical Center, Chris Lugo, who just joined us, Italiano Insurance, right down the street here. The Gold and Diamond Source Extravaganza Productions and American Mortgage Services. We'll be here every Monday at the patio. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitter. You can watch us on Facebook, on all those places. If you missed anything, it'll be up on the podcast as well. Have a great Monday night, everybody. Come on down to the patio. We'll be hanging out for a little bit. Come have a beer, and we'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 to 12.